Welcome back, astronomical learners, to our YouTube channel. So if you've watched my previous videos, hopefully you're getting a little bit more better understanding of the English phonemes. But today I wanted to point out there can be some difficult times where you're going to hear some similar sounds. So if you're ready, let's get started. So let's talk about consonant pairs. So remember, a consonant is anything that is not a vowel. So what do? So first of all, I want you to put your hand on your throat while making a voiced phoneme sound. You're going to feel a vibration. When you have an unvoiced phoneme, the vocal cords are not engaged, so you will not feel a vibration. This will help you know the difference. So let's talk about the sound in pet. It is an unvoiced sound, so you should feel no vibration on your throat. But let's talk about the b sound in bat. You should feel a small vibration on your throat because it is voiced. So we have p in pet and b in bat. So why is it confusing? These sounds are called lip poppers because when you make these sounds, your lips come together and then they pop open with a burst of air. They are stop sounds. So let's map and tap each word out. Ready? P-et, pet. B-at, bat. Did you feel your lips popping? All right, now let's talk about the f in fuzz. It's unvoiced, so you shouldn't feel a vibration. And then we have v in vet. It's voiced, so you should feel a vibration. So why is this confusing? These specific sounds are called lip biters. To make the f or the v sound, your lower lip is curled in and the top teeth go over that bottom lip. A steady stream of air is released. They are continuous sounds. So let's map and tap. Ready? F, v, z, fuzz. Then we have v, et, vet. Great job. Now let's talk about t in tiger. It's unvoiced. And we have d in desk. It is voiced. So you should feel a vibration with the d sound and you should not feel a vibration with the t sound. Why can this be confusing? These are called tongue tappers. To make these sounds, your mouth is partially open and the tongue taps the ridge behind the top teeth. They are stop sounds. Next, let's talk about the k in kite and the g in goat. The k sound is unvoiced, so you should not feel a vibration. The g sound is voiced, so you should feel a vibration. Why are these confusing? These sounds are called throat sounds. To make them, your mouth is open and the back of the tongue touches the back of the mouth near the throat. They are also stop sounds. What about the s in smile? This is unvoiced. You should not feel a vibration. The z in zipper is voiced. You should feel a vibration. Why are these confusing? These sounds are called tongue in the cage. To make them, your lips are wide and slightly apart, the teeth stay together, and the tongue is encaged behind them. They are continuous sounds. What about ch in chair versus j in judge? So the ch sound is unvoiced, you should not feel a vibration. The j sound is voiced, you should feel a vibration. Why do these get confused for each other? That's because they're called quick lip pushers. To make these sounds, your lips pucker quickly and the tongue taps the roof of the mouth. They are stop sounds. Now let's think about th. That's unvoiced. Th. And then in them, we're making that th sound for them. That is a voiced th. These can be very, very confusing, but they don't have to be. They are called tongue biters. To make them, your top teeth bite down on the tongue and the tongue comes out. Air is pushed around the tongue. They are continuous sounds. Now let's talk about sh in ship, which is unvoiced, no vibration, and the zh in measure. It's a voice sound. there is a vibration. Why are these confusing? These sounds are called long lip pushers. To make them, your lips pucker and push out air. They are continuous sounds. Now let's talk about some nasal sounds. So what do? These sounds travel through your nose. If you pinch your nose, these sounds stop immediately. Talk about the in mouse. So pinch your nose and try to say mm. You see how difficult that is? So we have to have an unpinched nose to say the sound in mouse. Why does this get confusing? So the lips come together and the tongue is in the center of the mouth. The sound travels through the nose. In nose. In nose. So if you pinch your nose, you can't say that sound like you want to. Why does this get confusing? The tongue touches the ridge behind the top teeth. The sound travels through that nose. What about the sound in saying? It gets confusing because the back of the tongue is lifted in the back of the mouth near the throat, closing off airflow so the air travels through the nose. Now let's talk about some liquid sounds. What do? Some teachers call these sounds tongue lifters because the tongue tip or the back of the tongue lifts up to make them. Like the ul in lion. Think about your tongue placement when you're saying the sound ul, like in the beginning of the word lion. Or the in rose. Think about your tongue placement when you're saying like in the beginning of the word rose. Next, we have glide sounds. So what do? When we say these phonemes in isolation, we pick up a little of a vowel sound at the end. That's why they can be very hard. Like the y in yellow. Some people really want to pronounce that UH after y. It's hard to cut it off to say y by itself. The tongue is lifted to the roof of the mouth and presses on the upper side of the teeth. That's why this sound is continuous. What about the h in hand, right? It kind of sounds like we're adding UH to the end of the h. It's confusing because a puff or an unvoiced air through a wide open mouth happens. The push of the air helps it glide right into the vowel that follows it. This unvoiced sound is pronounced quickly through the push of air out the mouth. Now let's talk about the wh in whistle. It's unvoiced, so there's no vibration, or the w in wagon. That is voiced. There is a vibration. These get confusing because these sounds are called lip rounders. To make them, your lips purse in a circular shape and push out air. That's all for today. Great job. And leave me some questions in the comments if this is something you liked, if you didn't like it, or if you have any further questions about it. But as always, please like, subscribe, share these videos with your friends if you think they're helpful, but stay tuned next time for a different video.